everybody, today we are going to talk about hydropower basics. So let's firstly learn about the history of hydropower. So hydropower is one of the old sources of energy for producing mechanical and electrical energy. Hydropower was used thousands of years ago to turn paddle wheels to help green the grain. People have a long history using the force of water flowing in streams and rivers to produce mechanical energy. Hydropower was one of the first sources of energy used for electricity generation and is usually the largest single renewable energy source of annual electricity generation in the United States. So understanding the water cycle is important to understanding hydropower. So it has 3 steps. The first step is solar energy heats water on the surface of rivers, lakes, and oceans, which causes the water to evaporate. The second step is water vapor condenses into clouds and falls as precipitation or rain and snow. Precipitation collects in streams and rivers, which empty into oceans and lakes, where it evaporates and begins the cycle again. Hydroelectrical power is produced with moving water. Because the source of hydroelectric power is water, so hydroelectrical power plants are usually located on or near a water source. The volume of the water flow and the change in elevation or fall from one point to another determine the amount of available energy in moving water. In general, the greater the water flow and the higher the fall, the more electricity a hydropower plant can produce. Let's do some tasks. So the first task is about the matching the words to make phrases in the text. So let's do one of them. For example, water vapor, or water energy, or water cycle. So it can go with different words, so you can make the phrases with the other words also. Next is answering the questions. So the answers we have talked already, so you can just revise the topic that we have talked now and discuss with your friends and find answers to these questions. So the next task is about rearrange the sentences to be in the correct sequence for how hydroelectrical power is generated. So here is, you can rearrange the sequence of the one process. So you have to put the first stage and the others later, the next. Next exercise, of course, our case study. So let's learn firstly the electrical units of the case study. So the first one is energy scarcity. I think we have talked about it so many times that you know the word, I hope. So growing interest, we know this one. Alternative energy sources. Alternative energy sources, that's the energy sources that we can use as a substitute for other energy sources. Energy efficient technologies. Those are the technologies that can help us to efficiently use our energy. Critical challenges. Critical challenges are the fundamental or very difficult challenges to solve, to deal with. Wide usage of alternative energy sources. So wide usage means overall application of alternative energy resources. Lack of infrastructure. Lack means there is not available opportunities for the infrastructure. Solar energy production. Solar energy production means the energy coming from the solar rays or sun. Existing in a energy infrastructure. Existing means present or now it exists. So or a present day energy infrastructure, it can be. Fossil fuel plants, that are the plants or factories that can work on fossil fuel. Distribution lines. Distribution means it's different lines, then one source comes and distributes into different lines. Life expectancy. Life expectancy is the medium or like average years that one single person lives. So next our slide. So let's read the case and give some solutions. So as the demand for energy is growing day by day over the world, the energy scarcity is happening. Today, there is a growing interest for alternative energy sources and energy efficient technologies around the world. One of the critical challenges that hinder the wide usage of alternative energy resources is the lack of infrastructure. There is a huge barrier towards wind urgent transformation. Present infrastructure is mainly built for fossil fuel plants and nuclear plants. The main problem with the power grid is its age. Most electric transmission and distribution lines were constructed during the 1950s or 1960s. There is already 50-year life expectancy for electrical transmission and distribution. Therefore, making them competitive to meet the demands of the hour in severe climatic changes is important. Suggest some ways to build new infrastructure and make them incompetent to severe climatic changes and passing time. So let's learn the questions on the case. So questions are very important part of the case. So you have to answer the questions, search for the information, and come up with the one solution to the problem. So these questions can be discussed with you, like with your friends or just yourself, and revise the topic and find the possible solution for this problem. Thank you for your attention. See you.